Howdy y'all, it is Candace, better known as Manic Makeup Mama, and I'm here in good old Dallas, Texas. We are finishing up our family vacation. And we are excited to come home, but more than anything, I've missed you all and have been wondering how everyone's doing, what's new in your lives. But I did post on my community tab what you wanted to see, what video you all wanted to see first. And it seems like overwhelmingly, look at this hair, it's just some mousse and plump, but overwhelmingly you all wanted to know about the guy that I dated who is going to be on this upcoming season of The Bachelorette. So without further ado, here we go. I should have my tea in hand. Time to spill the tea. So the guy that I dated on this upcoming season of The Bachelorette, his name is Ryan Spirko. Ryan is from Philadelphia area. Which is where I am from in Pennsylvania. Ryan actually went to the same school that I went to, Lehigh University, and was a student there, and he is someone that I actually met to go on the date with on Tinder. So before I met my fiance, and after a past relationship that ended, right in between there, right in that middle phase, I met Ryan. And what I liked about Ryan's profile is that you can see him like skydiving as an example, jumping off cliffs. His Tinder profile, it was very, I remember, just adventurous. And there are specific reasons that I looked at certain people on Tinder and why I swiped. For my fiance, of course, he had fish in every one of his pictures in his profile. So he was fishing and seemed like he liked adventure. So clearly for me, and what you all know, is I like a good adventure. And that's what Ryan's profile had. So I was very intrigued. So a little bit more about that situation is that Ryan, as I mentioned, was a student there, dun dun dun, while I was a staff member there. Interestingly enough, and I just had to do it, I went out and do it. I called our human resources department and I just asked them, I said, I met someone, we're kind of dating, thinking about going out. What is the policy? And they said, as long as you are not responsible for this individual's grade or supervision or anything like that, no harm, no foul. Just like, of course, it is not something we get excited about, but it isn't against the policy either. So that is the story. So Ryan was very kind, super gentlemanly. Asked if he actually could pick me up. I had a night class. I was getting a second master's degree. Asked if he could pick me up. And I, because I was so close to the school and where we were going to dinner, I said, nope, that's completely okay, not a problem. I'll drive there and meet you there. So he arrived promptly, looking very sharp. Dressed to the nines, as I would say, and I remember wearing a teal blouse. It's actually like my favorite top with white polka dots and a black pencil skirt, knowing that we were going out to a nice Greek restaurant. The name of the restaurant was Yanni's, and since then it has closed down. One of my all-time favorite restaurants. It's amazing. But anyways, Ryan took me out there. Very nice. Greeted me at the door, and we sat down and just started chatting. And Ryan, what he talked about was who he was as an individual, and you will see this in his Bachelorette profile. He's not a bachelorette, but he's on The Bachelorette, the upcoming season. So in our conversation, he had talked about the fact that he was valedictorian of his high school. Yes, he is super smart. He does have a twin sister. I don't believe he's a triplet. I think he has a twin sister, but he does have multiple sisters. He had talked about that he loves adventure, not surprisingly. He is someone who had a family who raised him right and just told him to strive for what he wanted in life, and that is what he is doing. So he works hard. He, right now, as you will see in all the things, is working towards equality for women's health and policy regarding that. So again, we are connected on Instagram, and I will share something about that. But yes, he is someone who he has a lot of drive. He is super chatty. I remember that about our date. He likes to talk a lot about himself. That is not a bad thing. I do too. But we just went all night going back and forth about our families and who we were and what mattered in life to us. So again, has a lot of drive and a lot of passion, and he's not afraid to try new things, and he likes to explore. He was very sweet and ordered my dinner for me. I actually asked him to do, or I don't know, I cannot remember, but he ended up ordering my dinner for me, which was just this nice vegetable option with a wonderful type of like glaze to it, and it was a delicious, I think it was a vegetable lasagna meal. So good. I do believe we shared wine, and it was very funny because the server came up to us, and mind you, this was our first date. She came up to us and just said, "You two are the sweetest, cutest couple. I just need you to know that you are just like so into each other." And we kind of looked at each other and we're like, first date, just met on Tinder, but okay. So that is kind of how it went. So spent a while there, I believe a few hours, again, just talking. Ryan was very captivating. He is very handsome. He is easy on the eyes. Definitely a sweet talker. And I was just in awe, very captivated, and that's all I can say. So I ended the night with him, just wrapping up what we had talked about, and then he walked me outside, true gentlemanly fashion, walked me to my car, and the night ended with a kiss. And that was that. Mind you, it was a really nice kiss, as I remember. I do remember. He was a gentleman, wished me well, and off we went. We said maybe we'll go hiking next time. We went out, and that was the end of that. So from there, that was it. It fizzled out. There's not much more to tell. We chatted a few times via text. We had talked about going out. Ryan actually started pursuing someone else at the school, and it's not a large university. It is not a large town. It is what it is. You know people and people talk. So that was my date with Ryan. I actually went out with my fiance, I think the next day. We went out fishing, and the rest is history. So what I can say about Ryan is what I know. We had a date, which he reminded me on Instagram because I said something to the effect of, remember that, or that time that you dated someone on The Bachelorette, like check that off your bucket list as a joke. And he commented, one date, Candace. Yeah, I know. Um, no, so it was all in good humor, I think, and I said back details, and we just kind of whatever. But he's been posting that he is on this season of The Bachelorette, and sure enough, I will insert a photo. I'll pop that in here somewhere. But there he is on the couch like you are on that show with the new Bachelorette. So the season is premiering soon. I wish him well. I know he's a little bit quirky. I believe his profile says roller boy or accountant because they all have this like Tinder profile bio thing on the Bachelorette and the Bachelor. So Ryan, I wish you well. I'm excited to hear it. No mean words. I hope that you find love, or at least what you're looking for, and go get him, Tiger. I sounded like a mom. He is a few years younger than me, but again, let me all know what you think of Ryan Spirko on this upcoming season of The Bachelorette. Bye, everyone.